أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى أهل بيته الأطيبين الأنجبين بهم نتولى ومن أعدائهم نتبرأ إلى الله اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا. Dua that we have for today says Allahumma a'inni fihi ala siyamihi wa qiyamih. Allah help me with its fast and prayers in this month. وَجَنِّبْنِي فِيهِ مِنْ هَفَوَاتِهِ وَآثَامِهِ, and keep me away from mistakes and sins. وَارْزُقْنِي فِيهِ ذِكْرَكَ بِدَوَامِهِ, and Allah grant me your remembrance continuously. بِتَوْفِيقِكَ يَا هَادِيَ الْمُضِلِّينَ, by your assistance, O the guide of those who are lost. Once again, a beautiful dua for this day. The surah that we have for tonight is Surat Kawthar, which is the smallest surah of the glorious Quran. Just 3 ayat, starts with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, like every other surah. Has just 3 ayat. Inna a'tainaka al-Kawthar fasalli li rabbika wanhar inna shani'aka huwa al-abtar. It means, surely we gave you Kawthar. Now what this Kawthar is, we'll come to that. Now that we've given you and blessed and bestowed you with the Kawthar, Allah says, فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْحَرْ. Therefore, you pray to your Lord and you make a sacrifice. إِنَّ شَانِئَكَ هُوَ الْأَبْتَرُ. Surely your enemy is the one who shall be without posterity, without generation, without descendants, continues with his son. Now this is regarding the meaning of this surah. Now regarding Surah Al-Kawthar, it is the smallest surah. It has 3 ayat, revealed in Mecca, and also there are reports which say that it was revealed twice, once in Mecca, once in Medina. But the famous report is that it was revealed in Mecca. It is named after the first ayah, which is Kawthar. Inna a'tainaka al-Kawthar. Now, which means goodness in abundance. Khair in kathir. Khairun kathir, or goodness in abundance, is the meaning of Kawthar. There are other meanings of Kawthar. Inshallah, we'll come to that as well. Now, why was this surah revealed? The reason behind that was As bin Wa'il, he is the father of Amr As, is among the dignitaries of the mushrikeen, upon them be the la'nat of Allah. He used to mock at the Prophet and call him Abtar. He used to call, and now it so happens that in Masjid al-Haram, when they come and say that, who are you talking to? He says, I was talking to Abtar. The reason why he called him Abtar is because Rasulullah was blessed with a son, Abdullah, and another son, Qasim, and both of them, they died in their childhood. And Arabs, they believe that someone, his generation to continue, it has to continue via a son, and daughters, they cannot continue or take the generation ahead of anyone. And the slogan they had then was Banuna Banu Abna'ina, that our sons are the sons of our sons. Otherwise, our children are our sons. Those are the descendants from our daughters. They did not count them as their own posterity, as their own generation. Now, with reference, because they called Prophet Abtar, Abtar means an animal whose tail has been cut off. Abtar over here means someone whose generation doesn't continue. Now they used to mock Prophet with this title. Allah Ta'ala says that Inna shani'aka huwa al-abtar. Indeed, your enemies, they are the ones who will be abtar. Now regarding the fadilat of this surah, says one who recites this surah in his prayers has been promised to be quenched from the pond of Kawthar in the heaven in the Qiyamah. Now we see that in all invitations that Allah Ta'ala has, invitations to Tawheed, He says, Ana Rabbukum fa'budun. He uses the term Ana, the pronoun Ana. Ana means I. Ana Rabbukum fattaqun. I am your Lord, so be God-wary, be muttaqi. Innani ana Allah. That is, indeed, it is me who is Allah. So all the pronouns used are singular. Also, where he performs without any mediation, he uses the same singular pronoun, close connection between him and his creation. But now over here, when he wants to say that I am the one who forgives, he says, Ana al-Ghafurur Rahim. I am the one who forgives, I am the merciful. Says, فَإِنِّي قَرِيب. I am very close to you, very near you. At times the ayah mentions that the greatness of Allah and the sanctity of the blessings. In such cases, he uses a plural pronoun. For example, over here in this surah, he wants to show the greatness of this blessing that he is giving to Rasulullah. He doesn't say Ana. He says, Inna a'tainaka al-kawthar. We gave you the Kawthar. So it doesn't say I gave you. It says we gave you. So that to show his greatness and also the greatness of the blessing that is being bestowed upon Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now also where the Almighty Allah, He provides through a mediation, He uses plural form. For example, rain, He says, Inna wa anzalna minas sama' ma'an. Wa anzalna, we made the skies pour, or we made the waters descend from the sky. So he is using the plural over here, Inna wa anzalna minas sama'i ma'an. Likewise, when in the victory of Mecca, or when he wants to help Prophet Nuh, or he wants to show his greatness, there he says, Inna fatahna laka fatham mubina. We gave them the victory. Or says, Inna arsalna Nuh. We sent Nuh. So when he wants to show his might, his greatness, he wants to give special importance, there he uses the plural. Inna anzalna fi laylatil qadr. So likewise, when Allah wants to say that the book was revealed, he could have said that I revealed it, I sent the book in Laylatul Qadr, but says we revealed it, we sent it down in Laylatul Qadr. So Prophet Nuh is the first of the Ulul Azm prophets, and after him is Prophet Adam, known as the second father. The other three surahs, they talk about the special favors of Allah, says revelation of the Holy Quran, which is where he says that Inna anzalnahu fi laylatul qadr, or it's the victory of Mecca where he says that Inna fatahna laka fatham mubina. And over here again in this surah, because it's a special favor of Allah upon Rasulullah, says Inna a'tainaka al-kawthar. We gave you the Kawthar. So quite a very delicate issue that was mentioned over here, because it's an important bestowal, and the meaning of Kawthar is khayr kathir. It means goodness in abundance, and it is applicable to the wahi, to nubuwwat, to shafa'at, goodness, akhlaq. All these different applicables are there. Knowledge in abundance is also known as Kawthar, or likewise the goodness in abundance. Nubuwwat was given to Rasulullah, shafa'at is given to Rasulullah and to Hazrat Fatima, wahi was revealed to him. So all that is all these special favors of Allah wa ta'ala, and says that the first and the third ayah, it will not be easy to comprehend. It says, Inna a'tainaka al-kawthar fasalli li rabbika wanhar inna shani'aka huwa al-abtar. So we gave you the special favors, that is goodness in abundance. Now that we've given you this goodness in abundance, you have to quickly fasalli, thank him. How do you thank him? By offering prayers. And it has to be quick. When a blessing comes to you, you shouldn't delay in thanking Him. It says, Fasalli, quickly offer prayers, Lirabbika, to your Lord, Wanhar, and then you perform a sacrifice. So, and as the Prophet, his son, that is, Fasalli Lirabbika Wanhar in Shani'aka Huwal Abtar. So, now, when we look into this surah, Allah wa Ta'ala, He supports His Prophet and whosoever stands for the right cause in the best way. Now, here people they came and they mocked at the Prophet, saying that that is abtar to the Prophet. Allah says, Inna shani'aka huwal abtar. Indeed, your enemy is abtar. So it's a gift by God. Recipient of this gift is Rasulullah. And what is the gift? It is Fatima. Alayha salam says, Inna a'tayna kal kawthar. We gave you the Kawthar. Now, the stronger the battle with deen, divine defense of Allah also is very strong. For example, people they used to come and mock at the Prophet saying that innaka la majnoon, you are insane, you are mad. Here Allah stands in support of the Prophet. He says, Ma anta bi ni'mati rabbika bi majnoon. No, you're not. Says, then says, they said to the Prophet, Lasta mursala, you are not a messenger. Here Allah stands in support of the Prophet and says, Innaka lamin al mursaleen. Indeed, you are among the mursaleen, among the messengers. They mocked at the Prophet saying that Sha'ir, Majnoon, he's a poet, he is insane. Allah stands in support of the Prophet and says that وَمَا عَلَّمْنَاهُ الشِّعْرَ وَمَا يَنْبَغِي لَهُ. And we did not, we have not taught him poetry. They used to call the Prophet a poet. Allah says, and we have not taught him poetry. مَا عَلَّمْنَاهُ الشِّعْرَ وَمَا يَنْبَغِي لَهُ. Nor is it meant for him. So always Allah stood in support of Rasulullah and everyone who ever stood for God and was mocked by every other. So this surah is also the same, that Allah wa Ta'ala says, we gave you Kawthar. Now what is that Kawthar? Also it is goodness in abundance, applies to ilm, to knowledge. Like for example when we say Rabbi zidni ilma, that is also khair kaseer. Or for example to akhlaq, in good manners, that also Kawthar applies to it. Like for example says innaka la'ala khuluqin azim, that is also khair kaseer, goodness in abundance. A person, if he worships a lot and that worship of Rasulullah also was so much, so that is also Kawthar. Likewise, we in the Quran says that ma anzalna alayka al-Qur'ana litashqa. Or people, one of the other applicables of this Kawthar is the generation that continued after Rasulullah through Hazrat Fatima salamullahi alayha. Although they mocked him as saying abtar, but even on the planet, on the surface of this planet Earth, we see today the largest generation that continued after anyone is the generation of Hazrat Fatima alayha salam. That is so much barakat in her generation that you see the most Sadat are all of the Sadat, they are from her descendants, and we don't find any other generation so famous and so Mubarak as it is with the Sadat. Likewise, Allah gives barakat to the wealth of someone, sometimes gives barakat to the children of an individual. So all these are different applicables of Kawthar. But that what is the focus of this surah is Anna a'tayna kal Kawthar. We gave you Kawthar, and that is Hazrat Fatima salamullahi alayha, which is goodness in abundance to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. وسبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل على